It's in the game.
Now EA Sports and the National Football League so proud to welcome you to the southeast section of Brazil and the world-renowned city of Sao Paulo. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the LA Chargers.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Game number 2 on this year's NFL schedule. Happy to have you with us. The Chiefs, the Chargers, underway from Brazil. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Here's Herbert. Now a deep one for Johnston. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Quentin Johnston, the intended receiver on the play. And now it's 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Herbert. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. Well, he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Yellow, yellow.
They run again with Walker. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll try and do this himself. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener.
Point after.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers, nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Sheds off the tackle. And they're going to be set up beautifully. A heck of a return down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Now it's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Ray. Set.
Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
They suspected it as a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
2nd down and 8.
Yellow. Arsenal 80. Spice high.
Now here's Mahomes. Now a run here off the arc. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
A gain of 2.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Hey, go lion, 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 lion. Set.
A run once more with Hampton. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, rookie, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Rhodes. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Spice high.
Mahomes now to throw. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Line, let's go, line! My side!
Up the middle, here's Walker. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
180!
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tui below 2. Got in and dropped it.
A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Complete to Johnston here. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Set.
Trying to run for it with Hampton. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, he is out of bounds, but now before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Black 80, black. Go, go. Baylor Tigers. Hey, Ram. Ready.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Chargers are going to take the lead. And it looked like the operation got fouled up there. This ball was pushed to the right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Back to Walker on 1st down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's taken down inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Ken Walker, 28 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Butker on for the PAT. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score, Chiefs 21, Chargers 20. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Baylor Tiger. Set.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Set. Ready.
We're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. Oh, he's got a man open. It's caught. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Extra point try now from Dicker. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the 1st half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the 1st half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll try to pick it up himself. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
Line. 59. Let's go.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. One of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second and 7. Mahomes going to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Chargers' 33-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Mahomes will do it himself. No, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes got his man complete over the middle. It's Rice. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really high level.
They've been hot so far. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
At the Chiefs' 46-yard line.
Herbert now. That one complete to McConkey. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Go. Ready.
Here's Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. Now he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
It seems like a short distance, but a yard in this situation, not easily done. So big compliments to the guys up front for creating some space, and especially the guy taking the snap and finding a spot, finding a sliver, an opening, and making it work.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Set. 380. You're out. Set.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Set.
Here's Herbert. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Leonard McConkey already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
And they're on the 35-yard line.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 67 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Herbert. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Kansas City.
Now here's Mahomes. Now he'll tap this and run. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. That one caught by Rice. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Now it's Mahomes again. He completes this to Walker, and he will have the Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
First down, Chiefs.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Deion Henry able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Walker has it. And he'll go down at the 28. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Hampton. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Herbert going to give to Hampton.
A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Up the middle, it's Hampton.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
George Pickens,
27 yards.
and the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. But big problems there on the conversion. A poor snap. It's no good.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Here's Mahomes to throw.
That's laid out deep for Rice.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Rashee Rice,
43 yards.
and the Chiefs get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they'll go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Give here to Hampton.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Hampton. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Ram. 80. 21.
On the give, this is Hampton.
And he stopped immediately there.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now Herbert.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On the handoff, it's Hampton.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settled things down a little bit.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Finds Pickens out right.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They snap it to Herbert.
He'll try to do it himself.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Los Angeles, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Everybody's got a song called Rockstar, running up the pop charts, hugging.